And then when I try to answer this, he will then keep talking and say something else. And then I'll say, Reg, aren't you going to let me answer what you asked?
Why was you so quiet on there? That's the first time I seen you on a panel that quiet.
First off, I explained it why I was so quiet. The questions were towards him, and if you notice, the majority of people were quiet because it was mainly two people talking, him and her. I don't know what they had going on. They just kept talking.
They didn't have nothing going on.
This nigga, this comprehension is not his thing. I said, I don't know what they had going on. I just saw that those two were talking. They didn't have nothing going on. So a nigga who wasn't there knows exactly what was going on. A nigga who nobody
told. Once you tell us then, since you was there, if you were so quiet, nobody don't know because you were so quiet on the panel.
That was going on though.
But you was quiet on the panel.
Let me ask you this, Tommy. What was...
You weren't there.
Okay, so let me, if I may, after the show wrapped up, what was the consensus on the dude at the end of the night?
Well, and if you saw, like during the show, it was really quick because what I said was I said what I saw, and then I never broached it again. So they even keep trying to say I dogged this man. How did I dog him? You can look at it and see. I just said what I saw. I didn't call him no hoe ass nigga, no bitch ass nigga, no fuck nigga. If I ever see him in the street, none of that. I was very calm as I spoke. I said, well, this is what I saw. After they kept saying, because they had basically, once they let me know it was not a skit, because once they started talking shit about him, I said, oh, well, he disrespected them. So that's when I jumped in and said, I don't know what was going on, but that's why I kept quiet. And that's what I said. After the show, we all went out to eat. They were confused. And then they told me that he had talked shit about them before. And I said, well, wait a minute. Well, why'd y'all bring him on? And they said, oh, he apologized. He had apologized to them and said, you know, he's trying to find his way. But once that was known, then I was like, well, that's why it was so easy for him to go the way that he already thought. You ever had somebody like, if they already don't like you, but they try to pretend they like you because you famous or because whatever, as soon as they get a chance to say something about you, what do? Say exactly how they felt. That's what the Saint and Sinner did when I came on this show. Him and his audience did not like me as I came. They couldn't wait to say something stupid. You got punched in the face by Tyree Crispy. They couldn't wait. Because they're not trying to have a conversation with you. Because if you were, you would just ask and let me answer it. Let me tell you what happened on the show, which lets you know how big of a piece of shit the Saint and Sinner is. He was posting the negative comments on the screen while I was talking to him. So he would put them on the screen so I could see them. Then he turned around and told them, I mean, what kind of nigga read the comments? I mean, he that insecure. And when he started posting the comments, I went and started looking in the comment section at that point, and I said, hold on, bro. You're putting every comment up here of people talking shit and disagreeing with me. You didn't put one comment up there with people talking shit and disagreeing with you. I don't see nobody disagreeing with me. So then I started reading them to him that he was not putting them up there. So that's how I ended up in the comment section. But then he tried to clown me for saying no nigga's supposed to come on the show and read the comments. Yet then when the guy with the band bun came up there, so they spent all that time trying to say how zesty and sassy I was. But then the man comes up there with the man bun. This nigga done threw his hat in like a Perk Plus commercial. They clowning him. Guess what the Saint Center said? Hey, y'all, we don't do that to our guests. He ain't said nothing wrong.
Okay.
So my question would be, like, you've been in the business, you know how this goes, Tommy. So like, why are you trying to spin it as if, like, tell us like we don't know how all this works? You know how this works, man. You know.
Hold on. And since you say it, since I'm the guy who created the majority of this shit, let me tell you what. Try to point out my bastard sons and how they bastardized the message. Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Y'all want to tell me what I should have said to a man on the panel. But you didn't say, you know how this goes. People act crazy all the time. So Tommy shouldn't have put himself in position to tell that man what to say on somebody else's show. How is that funny? Y'all didn't notice how he wouldn't do that when it came to what I shouldn't have had to do because I know how this goes. I'm supposed to jump out the window for somebody else, but I know how that goes. These shows do that on purpose. So why would I try to stop them from getting their viral moment?
You definitely give it to them, man. You definitely give it to them.
But I'm saying I let them have it. I don't stop in and play Mr. Big Brother. That wouldn't make sense. I know how this goes. You explained exactly why I would say nothing. And yet y'all won't stop and say, well, he's got a point. If I just told him, you know how this goes, niggas act a fool in the comment section, then I know how this goes. Niggas try to get viral moments on their shows. Why the fuck would I go up there and try to stop it? Just like you just asked me, why in the fuck am I trying to stop niggas in the comment section from being dicks?
Wait, Tommy, wait. wait. At any point do you think, you know what, I made it too easy for him?
Do I know what?
At any point, do you ever sit back and say, you know what, I made it too easy for them, for whatever their intentions were to have you on or have you? You ever sit and think and be like, you know what, I walked right into that and I shouldn't have. I didn't need to.
Well, because I'm live, I didn't say it, but you could tell in my face that at that moment I was like, should I just leave? I'm trying to figure out what I should do, but it's live. There's no commercial break. It's live. So you can walk off or you could stay. And my thought was, well, I came here to promote, so I'll just wait until it's time for me to be able to promote. Because it's business for me.
Mm.
This was business. And when you're doing business...
Oh, Tommy, I was trying to tell you that. I was trying to tell you that before. Why didn't you just leave?
But I just said to you, I said, I came to the conclusion that if I went all the way from Atlanta, Georgia to Miami to do the business, I'm going to do the business. Or either I just wasted a trip.
Well, you just wasted. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's a nothing burger though. Wait a minute, that's a nothing burger. That's a nothing burger. That's a nothing burger, man. Because if Tommy,
who does this?
That's free. Let it.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Tommy, why do you? Sometimes that you can't win.
Sir, I chose the best route because y'all niggas is talking about me. So I chose the best route. Did I not? Literally, I chose the best route. And your jackass won't say, well, apparently he did do right. He didn't have to fight the man. He ended up being the best guest.
But you could have did something else. You could have spared your opinion and you didn't have to fight the man. Oh, I'm getting
like I said, bro, that's a nothing burger, man. Like, if Tommy would have got up and walked out, then we'd be having a discussion about how Tommy got up and walked out. He should have did this. So
it doesn't matter what he does. He's in the catch-22 regardless. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whether he stays or leaves. Yeah.
And then he would have went off. If he would have went off on him, we would have still had to show about Tommy going off on him. And he too old to be yelling at that young man like that. Why he yelling at that nigga? It'd have been, come on, man.